Tonight, Americans are sounding off over a draft Supreme Court opinion that could reshape abortion rights. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Marcella Lee. Now, California leaders are vowing to fight to make sure abortions remain legal in our state after that leaked draft, which shows the court is planning to overturn the landmark ruling. So what does that mean for us here in California right now and in the future? CBS 8's Steve Price is working for you to get answers and joins us now live downtown at the federal courthouse. Steve?
And Marcella, we are live at the federal courthouse because a rally is just now getting underway. You can see dozens of people are already here now, getting ready to listen to the different speakers out here. Several pro-choice groups joining forces to make sure people know that today abortion is still legal in this country, and the Californians are going to fight hard to make sure in this state that never changes.
Unprecedented, but not unexpected. That's what California pro-choice leaders are saying about the draft Supreme Court opinion overturning Roe v. Wade.
Planned Parenthood and our partners and our allies will never back down.
Dara Johnson, CEO and president of Planned Parenthood of the Pacific Southwest, says California, fearing this could happen, started working months ago on a plan to prepare for the worst. Called the California Future of Abortion Council, they found 26 states are certain or likely to ban abortion, increasing the number of people coming to California to get one from 46,000 to nearly 1.4 million, with most coming from Arizona.
We are ready to make sure that we can take care of as many patients and people across this country who need access to abortion care. And if they show up in our 3-county region, San Diego, Riverside, or Imperial counties, we will be prepared to take care of them.
And to make sure California remains a safe place for women to seek abortions, elected leaders are calling for an amendment to the state constitution guaranteeing abortion rights. They say banning abortions only hurts those who are already hurting the most.
Young people, people of color, people who live in rural areas, LGBTQ folks. These are people who are already impacted greatly in their lives. And so what's happening is they're going to have this other and extra burden.
The total cost of this to California taxpayers isn't clear, but with the state expecting a surplus of about $31 billion, leaders say the money is there. And to those who say that money should instead be spent fixing quality of life issues for taxpayers like homelessness and crumbling streets, Johnson says this.
It's really not a forced choice of what we choose to take care of or what we don't choose to take care of. It's our duty and responsibility as a state and as a government to take care of people who are now losing a right that they have had. And there is space to do it all.
By the way, several bills to protect a woman's right to choose already making their way through Sacramento. In fact, that started before yesterday's leak was even happening. We will continue to follow what's happening there in Sacramento, and we will follow those as they make their way through there and have that for you as there's new information available. Marcella?
Steve, I know it's really loud, the crowd behind you rallying, so I don't know if you can hear me, but this was kind of a last-minute rally. What was the effort to join together and make their message heard?
You know, this whole thing just kind of started grassroots style on Reddit. People saying, what can we do? How can we let our voices be known? And all of a sudden, what became a dozen or two replies became hundreds of replies, and then several organizations saw what was going on, including Planned Parenthood and other organizations. And so they jumped in and said, hey, how can we be a part of this as well? You're right, this was just thrown together last minute, started at 5 o'clock, but they are expecting a lot more people. In fact, the word spread so quickly that we have now seen Congressman Scott Peters among those here. Mike Levin supposed to be here as well. Planned Parenthood, they were not originally part of this. Now they are participating in this as well. So a lot of different organizations, a lot of different politicians all coming together to make sure that they hear what people have to say and that they are going to take that message and do what they can to protect this right.
All right, Steve Price, live downtown. Thanks so much.